And what is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I know I haven't posted a video in a long time and I want to make this intro short because this shit's awkward as fuck. But today, I'm introducing you guys my car that I've owned for about a year. I haven't showed y'all it. I'm about to after I flip the camera. And I'm actually turboing it today. So this is going to be an interesting video. In this video, I'm going to go over the parts I chose, how much everything costs, and what you guys can expect if you plan on turboing your MR2 Spyder. So here she is right here. She's a little dirty. I didn't want to wash her just because I wanted to turbo her first, then wash her afterwards because she's going to get dirty in the process. And you guys already know this man right here, Henry Lopez. He's going to be my fabricator for today because I did not buy a kit. I did not buy a turbo kit. I decided to piece everything together myself. One, because I wanted to save some money, and two, because the nerds on the MR2 Spyder Facebook group said it wasn't possible, and I just wanted to prove them wrong, as I do with most people. So I'm just going to run through all the parts real quick. Here's the manifold right here. You can't go wrong with this manifold. This is the turbokits.com manifold. It was like 300 bucks, not bad at all, super low profile. Unfortunately, you can't buy eBay turbos, which is what eBay turbo manifolds, which is what a lot of people do for cheap turbo builds, but you can't find one for the MR2 Spyder that fits well. If you don't stop fucking making noise in my video, I'm gonna fucking fuck you, bro. No, it's fine. But I got some various intercooler couplings, just weird sizes. This is like a 3-inch to 2.5-inch adapter. More reducers, filters. This is gonna be my resonator slash muffler. Moving on to this box, this is my CX Racing intercooler. This is the same dimensions that Monkey Wrench Racing actually uses for their intercooler, and I mean, there's no problem going with the eBay intercooler. It's just a giant fucking thing of metal. For the turbo, now this is going to be the controversial bit that everyone's going to roast me on. I did go eBay turbo. I went with the Max Peating rods. That sounds Chinese as shit, but the reason why I went with this brand is they actually balance their turbos from the factory. You can actually see right here, you can see that where they cut the turbine wheel and balanced it. And I went with a Rev 9 wastegate because I'm boosting this thing at 5 PSI. If I could go lower, I would. If I could do 3 or 4 PSI, I would have. But I'm stuck at 5. That's really the lowest I could personally find. And hopefully my car doesn't blow up. Then over here, I have some fresh oil, filter, random vacuum line, brake clean, various adapters, stuff like that. And this box, I'll open it up real quick. Let's see. I know I'm talking fast, I'm just trying to get this out the way so I can start turboing this car because I am super excited. Just this is just eBay intercooler tubing and couplers, can't go wrong with it. And under this box, under these boxes right here, this is all my stainless steel exhaust tubing. I bought V-bands, a 5-bolt turbo to V-band adapter, just random couplers, miscellaneous stuff for the exhaust, and he's practicing over there with a fresh piece of stainless, and hopefully we can get an exhaust fabbed up. And we got more people pulling up. So that's it for the turbo kit. I'll discuss prices later. I got distracted. But this is my car right here. Again, had it about a year. I am running PPE headers with a catted mid-pipe, cold air intake, EBAC Pro lowering springs, and that's really it. I went ahead and got some work done beforehand, and I installed all my gauges. I have AFR, boost, and oil pressure. And to top it all off, I have an Apexi Power FC ECU, and I have a cable to connect to my laptop to tune it when this is all done. So first things first, I'm gonna go ahead and remove the bumper and tail lights and just open up this little access right here and start getting a mock-up for everything. This one. Say hey.
Huh?
Hey. So guys, we went ahead and we pulled the bumper off and the heat shield. It wasn't too much work, just a little weird bolts in some weird places. Also, I don't know if I said this before, but the lift is out of commission. We believe the capacitors blew on it, so no lift, but shouldn't be too much of a problem. What I plan on doing now next is actually disconnecting all the plugs for the O2 sensors and my wideband, taking off the exhaust manifold, the muffler, and getting all the exhaust components out of the way, and the intake tube, and get that out the way, and then I will update you guys then, and I'm probably going to attach the turbo to the manifold and show you guys that before bolting it on. So just a little update, I did pull off, I think I already said I already pulled off the bumper, but I got him and my boy right here. We got the entire exhaust off, the heat shield, muffler, all of that. It was really easy, super easy. These bolts weren't rusted or seized or anything. So what I'm gonna move on to doing is I'm gonna get the turbo out, bolt it up to my manifold, already have all the studs and all of that, made sure I grabbed that, throw the gasket on, and I think I'm actually gonna throw it up on the car, make sure the turbo's clocked the right direction, and my other friend is actually grabbing capacitors for the lift to fix it, then we can lift it up, drain the oil, install my oil bung on my OBX oil pan, which is basically just a Moroso knockoff. So hopefully that goes pretty smooth, and I'll show you guys whenever that's done. Alrighty guys, so I went ahead and I got the turbo mounted up to the manifold. It's a little crooked, I actually don't like that, so I'm gonna have to run a flat filter or like a mesh a mesh filter right here. But right now he's gonna be disconnecting my old cold air intake, but while he does that, I actually have to sand this flat because I bought this off eBay and it is warped as shit, and I procrastinated, forgot to take it to the machine shop, so I gotta sit here, sand this pretty flat, then throw that up on the car. And the reason why I went with this is V-band's pretty easy, and more tolerances to fuck up whenever he's welding. So yeah, wish me luck. Hopefully I can get this sanded. It's gonna take me a while, but I'm gonna get to it. Hey guys, so I just wanted to give y'all a little update right here. We have the car up in the air, draining the oil, so we can get the oil drain bung on. I went ahead, got all the coolant, oil drain lines, all that tightened up, and all seems to be good. My boy, my fabricator over here, has been getting some preliminary cuts done. He went ahead and cut this 90 degree. He's gonna weld this V-band on it and start taking care of the exhaust. But other than that, everything's been going really smooth. This has been like really easy, to be honest. I think the hardest part is just gonna be getting the intercooler lined up and the exhaust fabbed up. But once I get all this stuff plumbed up, I'll show you guys a little update of that and just push on from there. So I got my fabricator here trying to line this up. He's gonna try and cut it at an angle to get the V-band welded on. That way this just goes straight that way. You think you can do it?
We're gonna see what we can do.
But I actually let's see if you can see it from here. I got the oil drain put on and all the coolant feed and return lines for the turbo. If I can get a shot at that, you can kind of see it right there above my finger. But also got that on the other side. That plumbs, I haven't really decided what I'm gonna do yet, but it plumbs in this area to the throttle body or the idle air control valve and the block. I don't know how I'm gonna do that just yet, but I'll figure it out. And then while he welds that, I'm gonna start mocking up the intercooler piping. What I'm probably gonna do is mount it onto this crash bar, cut this mount off, and center it and do an angle out of the turbo outlet into the intercooler over here. Hopefully, whenever the intercooler is centered, I can just do a straight shot 90 degree straight into there. So then we gotta prime the oil system with the oil feed, and then what else? I guess button everything back up and we'll be good to go. How you feeling, man?
Feeling pretty straight.
How you feeling?
Feeling good. Feeling good.
And it's about to rain, but good thing we're in the shop. Good thing we're in the shop. Oh yeah, what's y'all's YouTube channel again?
YouTube channel? No, we don't have one yet. Follow me on Instagram though. The Homies Garage.
The Homies Garage. The Homies Garage. Give them a follow on Instagram. Alrighty guys, a little update. It's been a while since I gave you guys an update, just because we've been grinding so hard. But we've been working on. Oh yeah, let me go in order. So we got all the lines plumbed. Thanks, shout out to my boy Josh for doing the hard work of getting the coolant lines in. It's very tight space. I'm not gonna be able to show it on camera, but it was a pain in the ass. So I actually saved the map housing from my cold air intake and got it all plugged up to the intercooler. And I was gonna say we ran out of welding gas, but we think they came back and hopefully they have some. They don't look too happy. So we're probably out of gas. Anyways, all the lines are plumbed, oil, feed and drain is plumbed, coolant's plumbed, and we're plumbing the intercooler piping right now. All I'm gonna do is do a kind of 90 or 45 out of here, back into here, and my exhaust is actually gonna go straight out of here, go through here, and do a 45 out to the bumper right there. So my exhaust is all contained in here. This is gonna be my muffler, and everything's going good. This has been super easy, other than the hardest part being finding welding gas on a Saturday at 8 o'clock. But we're pushing through. All right, so when I last updated you guys, unfortunately, we could not find any argon gas, so the exhaust is gonna have to be on hold until tomorrow or Monday, unfortunately. But we got all the intercooler piping ran. I need to get a different T-bolt for that, but other than that, it runs down here, loops here, back into the where the hot or turbo air comes out of. And for the exhaust, we're actually gonna do a straight 90 through here. It's gonna go underneath this pipe. I'm gonna heat wrap it, and then the exhaust tip will come out on the right-hand side. But if you actually back up, you can see the intercooler. If my camera will focus. Let's see. Shit, I can't get it to fucking focus.
Focus.
There it goes. So you can see the intercooler with the bumper on, which is super sick. Huge shout out to all these dudes. I couldn't do it without them, but it's only been a few hours, which is really cool. This has been a very simple process. All the coolant lines has been plumbed. I think I already told you guys that, but yeah, hopefully we can get this bitch started tomorrow if we can get some gas. Alrighty, YouTube, unfortunately we have ran into a little problem that I didn't catch. I know I recorded a little bit of the first startup. We were diagnosing some problems like an oil leak, exhaust leak, and I found out where my major exhaust leak is and why I'm actually not building boost. So if you look over here, my turbo is actually hitting the block. I don't know if you can zoom in onto it, but yeah, right there, which is really annoying because this turbokits.com kit, the actual manifold, oh yeah. That's not good. That's why it's not building boost. Holy shit. That's really funny.
Got a little exhaust leak. Very slight.
Very slight exhaust leak. But what's really annoying about this manifold is that it's slightly twisted. If it was straight, that wouldn't be hitting. So that's the first issue we ran into. Other than that, it's pretty solid. Even with that exhaust leak, it still drives. And I don't know if my buddy recorded it, but this thing pops flames, which is sick.
Oh yeah.
Even with an exhaust leak, it's
very big flames.
Very big flames. But we're gonna cut it for tonight. But tomorrow, I'm actually going to actually shave the block right there. I know it's a little controversial, but I'm gonna shave the block just because nothing else bolts into that I know of, and then finish up the exhaust, and then hopefully we build some boost. But I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Alrighty guys, it's actually, what's today, Wednesday? It's Wednesday, right? I think so. Today's Wednesday. Yesterday was a break day. I've actually been coming at this pretty slowly. Unfortunately, I'm pretty sure the last time I talked to you guys, my turbo was actually hitting the block, and we actually grinded, we actually grinded out the block some to try and get it to fit the other way, but we could not. I even grinded out the turbo and realized it wasn't gonna work, and we rotated it this way. It sucks because now I don't have easy access to my wastegate to adjust boost, but it is what it is. So we just said fuck it and put the turbo on this way. So we have to redo a little bit of intercooler piping, refab up the exhaust, and hopefully we get it done today. But oh yeah, my boy over here actually cleaned my like cross member subframe thing, and it looks really good, so shout out to him. Alrighty boys, so just an update here. As you guys know, I had to clock my turbo, and I don't want to look straight at the welds, but I got my homie over here. I got I'm not looking. I don't want to burn my eyes. But yeah, he already knows what he's doing. Look at him. Look at him. Oh yeah, that's a good picture. That's a good. Let me see that.
Gotcha.
Oh, yeah. Let me zoom out. That's really good. But anyways, as I explained in the last clip, we had to actually flip the turbo over, and one of the bolts that Monkey Wrench Racing gave me for this turbo does not work. This is the one that came with my turbo, and this is the one Monkey Wrench Racing gave me in their kit. And I know that this isn't the same. It's really the problem of the eBay turbo, not NWRs. But the bottom line is that these are not the same thread pitch. And what I can do is I can actually attempt to sand out this a little bit, drill it out just a tiny bit. I mean, you can see it. She kind of wants to go in there and get some bigger copper washers, and it should work. But he's almost done fabbing up the exhaust, and I already primed the oil system. I guess I'm going to have to do it again. But everything is actually going good this time. Alrighty, YouTube. What's up, guys? Me and the homies, he just did an amazing job at fabricating this exhaust. I think it looks awesome. Even got me a little burnt tip here. But we got the wideband hooked up, and I'm actually about to start it up for the, I guess, first start. Yeah, I don't know, but as you can tell, we've done all this bullshit, and fuck it, I've already primed the oil system, done all that. I'm just gonna crank it up, monitor AFRs, and see how it is, and they're gonna be on the lookout for leaks and anything bad. Let's see. Whoa, that sounds good. That's my throwout bearing. That's my throwout bearing, don't worry. 12 to 1. AFRs are pretty good. That's sick. Any exhaust leaks? No leaks. That's sick. No leaks. You're gonna need a hanger. Yeah, I'm gonna need a hanger. Huh? It's from my gasket probably being bad. So, yeah, my gasket's blown out right there, so I need to swap out the gasket. But other than that, I think I do have a small oil leak right there, though. Yeah, I still have a small one right there. I got to get different washers for that. But it's gonna leak a little bit. I don't think that's a big deal. But let's see how it's looking down here. Huh? Yeah, it's tight as much as it'll go. Looks like nothing's leaking from here. Here we go, here's some revs. That sounds pretty mean. Alrighty guys, it might be a little difficult to hear me and see me. I'm driving right now, I don't want to crash or anything. But last night I ended the video a little short just because we wanted to dial in everything for the car. It's actually the next day, and I've been driving her around and she's doing great. I'm going to flip the camera around and give it a little bit of throttle. My boost gauge actually isn't working properly. I just went to O'Reilly's to grab some more fittings to try and plumb a different route and see if we can figure out how much boost I'm making. So I've only been doing partial throttle pulls, but I've done a really rich tune and decreased ignition timing a lot, so it should be safe for partial throttle. But anyways, I'll shut up and show you guys that. So here we go, and let's do second gear. Yeah, this thing is badass and pulls really, really good. Again, I don't know how much boost it's making, and I want to stay at 5 to 7. Anything more, and that's no good. No good. I'm trying to keep this thing reliable, but I'll update you guys more. So, this is the last clip before I end this this part of the video, but I'm over here tuning, or doing street tuning, and I'm going to do a little pull for you guys in second gear. Not recording driving at the same time, but as you can tell, my AFRs are a little lean. I'm trying to max out or trying to increase my duty cycle, but it's not doing the best. But hopefully I can figure it out and catch you guys then.